Greetings, gentlemen. Let's proceed to discuss the topic of lines of battle. 2 matches were played simultaneously. My opponent is TPOF, an abbreviation to the power of friendship. The context of this is irrelevant to me. The player is currently definitely considered to be better than yours truly, based on his ELO rating, the roster of strong opponents he has defeated, and his performance in Season 1, it can be reasonably concluded that this assessment is accurate. Before we get right into the matches, an introduction of how to succeed with the basic principle of combined arms warfare, the only way to achieve victory. The result of a battle is very materially affected by 3 things, which are in a great measure under control of the player. In history, of the general who command and exercise an influence. These 3 things are the choice of the field of battle, the disposition of the principal masses composing an army relative to those of the enemy, and the maneuver executed by them during the battle, and the manner of developing the different species of destructive forces through the agency of cavalry, infantry, and artillery. To a certain extent, the consideration of any one of these 3 things necessarily involves that of the other 2, not merely from the necessity of viewing them together as concurrent causes concerned in the production of a given effect, but especially from the ultimate connection and mutual relations subsisting between them. Now to the field. My opponent has established an effective kill zone in the center left, providing protection for the advance through the center towards the capture point and along the river. Similar zones are established on my part, adjacent to the capture point. Here his units are exposed to my battery, positioned on the nearby hill with clear visibility for the rocket forces as well. Perceiving this vulnerability, he chose to disengage and withdrew into the protection and concealment offered by the hill. The force ratio highlights a noticeable disparity between the 2 flanks. There is little on my right that can be spared from destruction. The objective is to impede the enemy's progress across the water obstacle, while simultaneously supporting and safeguarding artillery operations, targeting the flank of the guards formation. I repositioned a significant portion of the force towards the center, while my opponent actively reduced the effectiveness of my battery through counter-battery fire. Progress is being made by the left wing. My timing was off at the center, since the offensive did not begin at the same time elsewhere, which failed to reduce the impact of his artillery. The center is packed, both players micromanaging the actions, attacking, retreating, pushing reserves forward, trying to exploit every possibility to develop or create momentum to take the initiative. The outcome of the match was determined in other locations. His modification of the formation established an important advantage for my lancers to effectively neutralize the opposing artillery in a daring charge, thereby generating the necessary momentum culminating in victory. As the Duke of Wellington said, cavalry is the mother of miracles. Despite efforts to reinforce his left wing, it was ultimately destroyed, resulting in his subsequent surrender. Had the engagement continued, I would have initiated an advance toward his supply base. Now proceeding to the second match, this time only brief. Regrettably, I was unable to observe the initial 2 moves in this round. All 3 capture points easily fall into my opponent's ownership. This is not considered an optimal starting point. Ammunition regeneration and a lead-in victory points that reduces organizational recovery even if only minor losses are incurred. I've indicated the areas that could serve as potential kill zones. The only available route for progress is along the right flank. I offered some bait, but he didn't go for it. My flank, adjacent to the water obstacle, is on full disintegration. The attack on the right is not developing momentum. Time to end the misery. Good evening, gentlemen.